Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the Super Formula Championship on GT Sport. We are here for round 3 from Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa-Myabi, which is the big version of the Kyoto. And we're ready for a start here. Let's go through the grid then for this first race. It is Bidzster on pole position. Remember, he's got no weight in his car. Jamo, second place on the grid, good one for him. Then we've got Unforgiven, third place on the grid. So good qualifying for him. Seek 1 in 4th. He's got a 5th place weight on, so not much on his car. Then we've got Techno in 5th. Keith in 6th. 7th for Neil Farmack. And then 8th for Firepower. Thingamajig, who's just changed his name to VRC Thingamajig, in 9th place. And then Homesick Alien in 10th. TY in 11th. He's got a lot of weight on the car. And Rodder's back in 12th. He's got some weight on the car as well. So that's the grid for the race, guys. And let's get on with the action then. So we're looking at the grid. Bidzster on pole. There he is. There's Jamo. Then got Unforgiven, Seek. As the revs rise. Wait for it. And we are away. Good start by most people. I think Keith's gone backwards in the midfield. There he is. Keith's going really backwards there. Horrible start for Keith. Meanwhile, into the first corner, we've got Jamo takes the lead from Bidzster. Bidzster then gets muscled out. Jamo takes the lead. And then we've got Unforgiven in 3rd. Techno 4th as we go up around this left-right section. Reminds you of Silverstone. And then up to the top. Bidzster's on the inside of Jamo, going for the lead here. Bidzster goes for the lead on the inside. Jamo drives right round the outside of him. No, you do not. And Firepower's back in 7th. We've got a few cars side by side further back. Neil Farmack and Techno as well. As Seat goes right round the outside of Unforgiven. Is he going to hold the position? Oh, right round the outside of him. What a move. And he gets the inside for the next corner. There's Neil Farmack. He's on the inside of Techno. But Techno goes right round the outside of him. Meanwhile, further back we've got Thingamajig and Homesick close together there in the VRC Honda squad. Says Seat 1. Bidzster's challenging Jamo for the lead of the race. He wants this lead. To the inside he goes. He's got the outside for the next corner. Jamo's there on the inside. Remember, Jamo back for the Sunoco Toyota team. And Jamo keeps the lead for now. Bidzster looking for the cutback. Can't quite get it. Firepower there in 8th position. Homesick getting squeezed out. Keith making a comeback now. 10th place for Keith. Good job for him. And then into the hairpin we go. We've got, Thingamajig Cowabunga up the inside and hits Neil Farmack off. So Neil Farmack again proving that he's a target. And hopefully, yeah, Thingamajig is waiting, but he's causing a bit of a traffic jam while he does so. But a bit of contact there, that'll be investigated after the race. Meanwhile at the front, Bidzster and Jamo pulling away at the front. Just by a little bit. Bidzster still can't quite get past Jamo. Jamo in the lead. Techno is in 4th, with Unforgiven behind in 5th. Firepower a good 6th place. Homesick up the inside of Keith. Oh, actually, I think he's trying to defend from Keith, actually. Keith attacking him round the outside. Neil Farmack sticking his nose where it's not wanted. Straight up the inside of Keith. Have that. So, surprise, it's me. Yep, Neil's back. He's attacking and he's hungry. He's now got a run on Homesick Alien, but he can't quite make it stick. Remember, these guys have got the boost to use in this race as well. Everyone on the super soft tyre in this race as well, because it's a sprint race. Down the hill we go. Homesick to the inside, Neil to the outside. Keith looking to try and make up positions. TY trying to get in on this as well, even though his car's really, really heavy in this. And this track is a killer for the weight. They all go nicely through there. Check on the leaders then. Bidzster's in the lead of the race. Bidzster takes the lead of the race from Jamo. Then we've got Seat 1, Techno there in 4th. So what we'll do now, guys, is we'll get a quick replay of what happened to Neil and Thingamajig. And also we'll get a replay on how the lead changed. Okay, here's a replay of what happened between Thingamajig and Neil Farmack on this first lap then. So we're just going to zoom in here for the next camera. Let's have a look. There we go, there's Thingamajig. And then just breaks way too late, dives on the inside and bang, hits Neil Farmack off the track, which wasn't really very good. But then Thingamajig, look, he is slowing down, he is waiting for Neil Farmack, he's looking in his mirror. Just waits for Neil Farmack to go through, and then it gives the position back. Bidzster got the lead of the race in, so he's drafting Jamo through this section, pulls out early. And then, there's almost contact as they almost go into the wall together. Bidzster looks for a gap on the left, and then gets through past Jamo, so very close stuff there. So as we come back from them replays then, Bidzster retains his lead. Jamo in second. We've got Seat 1 in third in the Nakajima Honda squad. Trying to look up the inside of Jamo, just trying to make himself known. Oh, we've got an instant further back, I think. We've got cars off, Thingamajig's off, Keith's off. So Keith's been well and truly took out, I think, or something else happened. Thingamajig's waiting, so I think Thingamajig thinks it's his fault. So we'll get a replay on that as well. Keith, Thingamajig incident on board with Rodders, so watch out in front. They see Keith slows down, Thingamajig slows down, but then Rodders hits Thingamajig, and then who hits Keith? So it was actually Rodders who caused that incident, and Keith unfortunately spins on the grass, but Thingamajig does wait, and Rodders should have really waited there as well. And just to clarify, after that incident, as we come back from that, Keith has been let back through by Thingamajig, so all's well there. Rodders there in 9th place with TY. Remember, they're the two cars that are heavier in this race. Homesick Alien in 7th, and then Neil in 8th. Homesick getting passed by Neil. Obviously, Homesick running a bit of weight from last race as well. And Neil goes right round the outside of him, takes the position. Meanwhile, Bidzster and Jamo still battling hard for the lead. Jamo's up the inside of Bidzster into the long left-hander, but Bidzster retains the lead. Jamo in second, Techno still in third, even though he almost goes on the grass there. Really close stuff here. Oh, Bidzster's going on the grass as well. So all really pushing hard. Techno pushes too hard, gets the power on too early, squirms the car, and he's gone right back into the hands of Seat 1. So Seat 1 looking to make up places here in the Nakajima Honda squad. Unforgiven in 5th, he's an independent, he's joining us for a couple of rounds this season. Unforgiven runs his own league, GT Sport Sim Racing, so go and check out their page as well, guys. But nice to see him racing with us. We all would race in his as well, but it's just due to work commitments and life, we can't do all the days at once. So meanwhile, Seat 1 up the inside of Techno up ahead. Techno having to defend from Seat 1, trying to keep him off. Unforgiven getting in there as well. Techno's got the inside for the hairpin. Seat 1 gives him the squeeze, but Seat 1 tries to go on the outside. Techno on the outside now. Seat 1 goes to the inside, gets the position done, so well worked out there. And Techno then now under attack from Unforgiven. Unforgiven having a little look at the inside into the last corner, can't quite make it stick. Meanwhile, further back, we've got Neil Farmack. He's in 7th, trying to close into these boys at the front as Homesick takes a detour to the grass. We've got TY in 9th, Keith in 10th. He's back up a few places now. And Rodders has gone backwards then. So Rodders makes a mistake. He's gone backwards, so unlucky for him. Meanwhile, the leaders, Bidzster and Jamo, still battling to and fro. Not had many battles so far this season, these two, but now we are seeing one. Bidzster takes the inside line in the Williams Honda, and then behind we've got Jamo in the Sunoco Toyota. So this is a Honda versus Toyota battle as well, which is good to see, with the Sunoco team of Jamo and Neil being the only two Toyotas in this season. So a lot of people choosing the Honda. Contact! Unforgiven hits Seat 1, so definite contact there, and Techno slows up as well, so I think they were all three of them involved in that. Don't know quite what happened, but again, another replay will show us what happened. What happened on lap 4 between Seat, Unforgiven and Techno. So down to the hairpin, Unforgiven goes for the inside of Seat 1, but Seat 1 gets the head into the corner. Watch Seat 1. Gets on the, you see, he gets hit there by Unforgiven, but then for some reason Techno just decides to stop and says, "Oh no, after you chaps." It's like, no, Techno, you didn't do anything wrong, you could have took those positions. But still, Techno, ever the gentleman, and lets them both go through. As we come back from that then, Firepower closes up on this battle because he's just seen them all get together, so he's on the overtake button as well, so trying to close up if he can, because he can smell an opportunity. Meanwhile at the front, Bidzster and Jamo still having a nice little battle here. Tyres about the same, so both trying hard. But over the top of the hill. Then we've got Seat 1, Unforgiven and Techno. Techno's gone back behind Unforgiven now. Then we've got Firepower closed up on his teammate. Neil Farmack in 7th. Homesick Alien back in 8th. Remember, he's running weight. And then we've got this lot. TY. And then Keith trying to pass TY around the outside. Is he going to do it? Can he hold on? No, TY, remember, TY's got a very heavy car compared to Keith. Keith's not got much weight on in this race at all. So Keith looking to get past TY, and he does on power up the hill and gets round the outside into the corner. So Keith takes 9th place. The cars with weight on in this are really struggling. So TY struggling with the weight there in 10th. He's not used any of his boost yet as well. Thingamajig closing up behind, and Rodders at the back. Obviously he has got weight on and he's made some kind of mistake in this race as well, so not good for him. Let's check on the battle for the lead then. And Bidzster goes round in first, Jamo still behind him. I think there was a bit of contact further back. I think there was, oh, 5 pounds through to 5th, and Techno's off in 6th, so Techno's gone back down to 6th place. So he's hitting the wall and all sorts. What's up with him? He's rattled by something, so Techno goes back down to 6th place. His teammate takes 5th. And back to the leaders then, Bidzster and Jamo. Jamo still trying to stick with Bidzster, and Bidzster doing a good job to hold him off so far. Both cars doing extremely well in this race. Round the long left-hander at the top end of the circuit on the Myabi section of this Kyoto driving park. Down to the hairpin at the other end to join the Yamagiwa circuit again. They're the other cars in the background. And Bidzster gets on the power very well indeed. Jamo stays with him, so again Jamo not letting him go. Unforgiven in a good 3rd place here from seat 1. So Unforgiven's past seat 1. There we go, up the hill. There's Firepower in 5th, he's closing up. Techno's there in 6th, and Neil Farmack closed up on this bunch in the 2nd Sunoco Toyota. His teammate challenging the leader for the lead of the race. But the Sunoco Toyota team looking good in this one. Jamo challenging for the lead, and Neil making his way back up the pack after being shoved off at the start of the race. So Jamo's still close behind Bidzster, but still can't find a way through. Bidzster's now finally using his overtake. So using a bit just to defend from Jamo, but not used it all yet. Jamo's used only got about a 1/3 of his left. He's using more now. Bidzster's on his now. Remember, Bidzster's got a lot more to use. He's waiting until the end of the race to use it. Good strategy there from Bidzster. As Jamo makes his way to the outside, Bidzster defends the inside. Round the corner we go. Bidzster tucks in. Now he's going to defend the inside, moves to the right hand side because the next corner is a right hand corner. Brake a bit earlier to defend the line, and on the inside, got to watch the power on the way out, otherwise you might end up drifting, which he does! Oh, just about holds onto the car. Good car control there from Bidzster. Both tyre wear are about the same. The only thing that's different is the fact that Bidzster's saved up a lot of his energy so they can use it now. Bit of Jamo will be able to see the light flashing on the back of Bidzster's car when he gets it used. So they're Unforgiven in 3rd. Let's see if we can find any other battles happening on track. I think there's one further back here. We've got Thingamajig passing Homesick Alien. So the 2 VRC Honda squad guys swap places, because Homesick's got a bit more weight on than Thingamajig. Thingamajig hasn't got any weight on. Homesick, I think he's got 3rd or 4th place weight on from last time out. So obviously he's a heavier car, which doesn't help. But obviously for the next race, if you're not in the top 5, your weight will disappear for the next one. But Bidzster still in the lead of the race then, in the Williams car with the Rothman sponsorship. A replica of the 94 Rothmans Williams, of which Ayrton Senna drove. Obviously he's got the Senna helmet as well. So good little livery by him. And his teammate Keith, who's right back down in last place again. So Keith's been off the circuit again. 2:14 last time round, so he's either been took off or he's gone off the track somewhere. So we'll get a replay on that, what happened to Keith. It's a replay what happened to Keith for him to go all the way back down the order then. So he goes into the hairpin that goes up and over the crest, and then just gets on the power too early and spins himself into the wall, and completely his own fault. Just got on the power too early and loses all the places that he worked hard for, down to last place. As you come back from that, so obviously you can see Keith then is in the nice looking Cannon Williams colours of the old Nigel Mansell colours. So good on Keith, nice looking car. Meanwhile, his teammate is under attack from Jamo still. Jamo still trying which way he can to get through, but Bidzster's got a lot of overtake left to use to defend, which is going to help him. Jamo's got a quarter left, he's trying to be strategic with his as well, but Bidzster's got a lot to use over this last few laps. Let's see if he uses it. He should do, but Jamo then tries to look for a good line out the corner to get the traction, but still can't quite get close enough to Bidzster, who's holding off well. Into the long left-hander on the Myabi section. Long left-hander back down to 5th gear. On the power, back up to 6th. Using the overtake. Bidzster's using the overtake to try and defend now. Definitely using it now. Could probably use a whole lap's worth if he wanted to, but meanwhile we've got Seat 1 and Firepower. Firepower's caught up to the back of Seat 1 here. Seat 1's running 40 kilos from last time round, and Firepower's on no weight at all, so let's see if he can get through. Seat 1's got a quarter of his boost left, and Firepower's only got about, well, probably an eighth of his boost left. So both cars not much in the way of boost left. But Firepower going to the inside to try and get the traction, but just finds loads of curb and starts wheel spinning. So can't quite do anything there. Meanwhile, Bidzster then, he's used a lot more of his boost now. He's probably going to use all the boost on this last lap if he can. And yeah, there he is, he's on it. You can see the red light flashing. Jamo's using his as well. Last lap of the race then, one more lap for Bidzster to hold on for the win. Seat 1's still in front of Firepower. Techno trying to close up as well to his teammate. Seat 1's, look at Seat 1's tyres compared to everyone else. Look at Unforgiven's tyres. Now watch as we switch. Look at Seat 1's tyres. He's been abusing that left front tyre. Sorry, that right front tyre, should I say. That right front tyre has been abusing it. And Firepower then, with a lot fresher tyres, trying to go around the outside of him and then swap back to the inside. Firepower with a fantastic switchback move, gets the place done and takes 4th place from Seat 1. Now, can his teammate follow through? Can Techno follow through? He's got fresher tyres than Seat 1. Seat 1's tyres are absolutely finished, but he's not giving up. Let's see if he can go around the outside. With them tyres, I don't think so. There he is, he goes really wide, almost off the track. Techno sticks his nose in. All 3 cars close together. The Nakajima car is the ham in a skid mark sandwich. I didn't think I'd say that. But so Firepower drives right around the outside of Seat 1 as he tries to defend his position. Seat 1 tries to go around the outside now. Techno tries to go for the inside and gets the position done. So Seat 1's tyres are not helping him out. They are finished. And a half-second penalty to boot as well. Techno now attacking his teammate. Techno attacking his teammate round the outside, trying to go right round the outside of his teammate here, but that's not going to work. That's just going to leave him open to attack from Seat 1, but Seat 1 can't quite get close enough. Let's see, into this corner, into the corner we go. Firepower goes wide. Techno tries to get a good line out of the corner, but both get the foot down. Meanwhile, up front, Bidzster's used all of his boost on this last lap, and I'm not surprised. Why not? Let's use it all. Bidzster is going to win this race, which means full weight for the next one. But he'll not be bothered, he'll want the points. Bidzster takes the win, well done to Bidzster, he wins the race. And then we've got Jamo in 2nd place, well done to Jamo for a good fight with Bidzster, but just I think the tyres gave up in the end. And also Bidzster's strategy on his boost. Unforgiven is going to take a really good podium, well done for Unforgiven, he takes a podium finish in 3rd, well done to him. And the 2 teammates are not finished yet, both of them on the boost. Let's go to the line and see who's going to get in front. I think it's just going to be Firepower. And he does, gets 4th place from Techno. Brilliant job for Firepower there. One of his best finishes in LPB racing. Obviously, he has took a win in the last championship, in one of the other championships as well. So well done to him. Techno 5th, Seat 1 6th, 7th for Neil. Decent recovery drive for him. VRC Thingamajig in 8th place. And then Homesick Alien trying to defend off Keith. Keith wanting more places on the line. Let's see if Keith got the boost. They're both on the boost now. Will Keith be able to get the speed with the weight loss? And it's just Homesick on the line from Keith. Rod is in 11th and TY finishes in 12th. So we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results then. It is Bidzster who wins that race, well done to him. Jamo in a well-deserved 2nd place after fighting with Bidzster for most of the race. Unforgiven in 3rd, 4th for Firepower, good finish for him. Techno in 5th, his teammate, and then Seat 1 in 6th, Neil in 7th, Thingamajig finishes 8th, Homesick Alien 9th, 10th is for Keith, and then 11th is Rodders, and 12th place for TY. Fastest lap of the race goes to Bidzster, a 1:50.6. So as we come back from that then, there is your winner of this race, Bidzster in the Williams Honda squad. Well done to him, and we will see you guys next time for race 2. Take care guys.